Flower House Studios is not brought to you by Ho-Hos.
I'm Tristan.
And I'm Mike.
And we're with Flower House Studios.
And today we're actually going to do a quick unboxing of some peanut butter Ho-Hos, which we just found out existed like an hour ago.
And that's not going to be the extent of this video. That has nothing to do with the majority of this video.
But we decided we were going to make this video anyway, and when we went to Publix to go get some lunch, we found peanut butter Ho-Hos.
Damn right we did.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would not recommend the box. Not great.
Okay, we're not doing this. We're just going to taste them, say if they suck or not, and we're moving on.
It's the best review ever.
No, it's not.
Oh, they're single. They're
Oh,
individual.
really? Huh.
Yeah. Wait for me, though.
Okay. It's nice.
Thanks.
Come back.
I will. I'm opening it.
Oh, so I'm...
Shut your mouth.
All right. Let's see.
Hi, I'm Mike.
What?
What?
All right, so
Oh, well, they're chocolatey.
we have it.
Hey. I think I prefer the original. These are not bad.
No, they're not bad by any means.
My God, do I need milk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get some water.
Okay.
Yeah, entertain them.
Mm. It's okay. We realized we could use this video to build ourselves and our peers a helpful guide for the future, using our own experiences and the experiences of others. As filmmakers, we want to focus our attention on story rather than production problems. There will always be some sort of monkey wrench in our operation, and it's nice to be able to prevent some issues and know how to deal with the inevitable others.
We're gonna cover as much as possible, but let's start with the most detailed, because it's often the most overlooked. The interesting thing about a 48-hour film festival is that they come with 4 steps of production, rather than the usual 3, pre-production, production, and post-production. That 4th step is actually a new first step, pre-production. Pre-production is something you don't have to wait on. You can start it as soon as you hear about the festival. There are a few things that go into pre-production, but let's focus on the biggest thing first, actors.
Make sure they understand you have no idea what the film will be about, and they won't receive a script until late Friday night at the very earliest. Have them block their entire weekend with you if possible, and communicate with them early in the week leading up to the festival, early Monday or mid-Tuesday at the latest. If new information is revealed, take it with you into pre-production. Example, if the new info is something like,
Hey Tristan? Yeah, no, it turns out, hang on, I'm eating a ho-ho. 2 seconds. Well, it turns out I can only give you half a day Saturday and not a whole day. Sorry about that. These ho-hos are delicious. You want one? There you go. Oh, I have peanut butter on my phone.
then for the love of Cage, do not make them a main character.
While on that subject, if this is your first time working with an actor, or you don't know how much range they have, that's a singer. This weekend isn't the time to take chances. Don't make them a main character, and definitely don't make them the main character. Start them out small, and use actors you know as the main ones. Now, of course, there's smaller things to cover, like food. Buy little snacks and beverages ahead of time, or have someone outside of the main crew who will be a designated delivery person for the weekend, i.e. make food ones. They're in charge of ordering pizzas and etc.
There's also the matter of location. Scout potential locations, but keep those that require permission to a minimum. Even if you schedule something with an owner or manager ahead of time, you're now playing with their schedule, and something can easily go wrong at the last minute. Plus, you don't even know for sure if their area will be necessary, and they, like the actors, won't be able to receive any official information until late Friday night. The majority of your potential locations should be areas that you know are available at all times.
Establish someone who's in charge. You want a leader, not a boss. 1 to 2 people should be overseeing all 3 parts of the main production. They're also the people who will be handling everything we've discussed so far. As a note, this person, or persons, will get the least amount of sleep.
Average is 2 to 2.5 hours in my experience. The actual festival.
From the moment the category is announced, the timer has begun. Make any calls and or texts you need to, letting your actors and location managers know what the category is. Give them a very early time to be there.
If you manage to gather everyone up at the time you set, and not at least an hour and a half to 2 hours later, congratulate yourself, because you've pulled off a f***ing miracle. No, tell everyone a time that's around 2 hours before you actually want to start filming.
No need to tell them that, though.
I mean, that's pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
How much later did we?
A lot.
Yeah. It was definitely more
It's
than
the
an
rule.
hour.
Tell people to be there way before than they actually need to be there.
Yeah.
Way before than they need to. Now it's time to talk about pre-production. Pre-production is always fun and not too stressful at the beginning. The ideas are fresh and new and could go anywhere.
You only have one limit, and that's your imagination. By the time early morning, between midnight and 2 a.m. comes around though, you should have a base idea of what you're sticking with. You have 48 hours, which can be broken up into 3 16-hour days.
They did the math.
Yeah, they did. Pre-production, production, and post-production. However, you want to be ahead of schedule and dedicate a little time on each of those days to the next part. Example, you just finished writing your script. Fantastic! Now, which of those tiny scenes are you able to film straight away? Example, in my last 48-hour film, Death Escapes Me, Mike instantly knew how he wanted to shoot the opening scene, and we were able to film it right away.
We've now made a smooth transition into production. Production is when you reward yourself for finishing your script by taking a nice little vacation to the 7th circle of hell. This is the day when the team is going to be tested, because this is the day the team is the biggest.
Everybody is now worried about everybody. Schedules, who's hungry, how much daylight you have left, etc. A lot of the ideas that look great on paper suddenly seem a lot less plausible. This is why you go and prepare to adapt rather than restructure.
This is perhaps the most important thing to remember during production, because the ideas are great and they're doable, just not in the way you initially thought. Example, your scene involves a couple meeting for a romantic picnic. Aw, but it's raining. Oh. The scene gets scrapped then, right? No! Instead, the couple's now meeting for coffee at one of their houses or in a quiet little shop. If you try changing the actual story rather than simple elements of the story, you're back in pre-production and might as well be an entire day behind.
Don't let your emotional attachment get in the way. As much as you love the idea of certain scenes, not everything will be doable. Things have to get cut, or they have to be adapted. Don't dwell on that and get distracted. Focus on what you can do, and make whatever that is wonderful. What the?
Keep things lighthearted and everyone in good mood. That's when you'll get the performance. But do remember, you're on a time crunch. Don't spend a full hour trying to get a single shot. If it's a decent shot and it's passable, move on. You have an entire script to get filmed.
And once you have managed to get that script filmed, you've made it to post-production.
Woohoo!
Yes, you clawed your way through and made it to the first circle of hell. You're almost free. If you're on schedule, filming will have wrapped before Sunday, and you can get started on your cut immediately. And when we say that, we mean you should get started immediately. Don't overestimate yourself. Editing takes time, and you want to start it right away by getting the tedious stuff dealt with: color grading, audio syncing, file organization, clips, sound effects, music, etc.
An important thing to remember is that editing usually comes with a deduction of around 3 hours. You have to account for rendering time of the rough cut, final cut, and delivery time. That being said, make sure your editor is working on a fast computer in an area with the fastest internet available. Your editor, whether it's you or a team member, should be confident in what they do and work well under pressure, because everything relies on them at this point.
Editors are wizards.
That's so wizard, Amy!
Sure, so make sure that they're up to date on their magic. Say something's wrong at one point during a clip. You suddenly see one of your other members in the background. Your editor should know how to quickly deal with the problem, whether that be removing the person or cutting to a different shot that makes sense. If the movie runs overtime due to clips or scenes, your editor should be able to smoothly make it seem like they never existed in the first place.
That's so wizard, Amy!
You get one, Mike!
This goes all the way back to not getting too attached. Remember, director's cuts exist. You submit the movie you have to, but release the movie you want to on your personal channel. All you can do is make sure that both live up to their full potential. Which is pretty wizard.
In conclusion, film challenges are called that for a reason. They're meant to test your skills and help you grow as a competent filmmaker.
If you can produce something beautiful in just 48 hours, imagine what you can do with the extra time you have on your personal videos.
Use all these tips to your advantage in the festivals, and then use those festivals to your advantage in the real world.
Oh, and one more thing. Quadruple check for your provided prop and line of dialogue.
ADR is not fun to do.
It's not.
And that's exactly what we had to do last time.
Done well?
Done well?
Ha!
This video was awesome!
I've done awesome! Oh.
Oh, you know what?
We'll ADR
I thought
it.
we were going in a different direction.
We'll ADR it.
All right, well.
It's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
All right, well.
See you next time. That was on accident.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, no 80s freeze frame.
Come on!
Nope, never.
Oh, I just stubbed my toe, you jerk.